It is Macro Monday. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, and you're going to want to keep your Heine in your seat for this one. We're reviewing Heineken from Amsterdam, Netherlands. Thanks for joining us. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. And it is everybody's favorite Monday. It's the first Monday of the month, which means here on Hopped Up Beer Review, it is Macro Monday. We review a macro beer and we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about it. With that, I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. What macro are we reviewing today that I just talked about?
Heineken. The Heine.
Big as your head,
Right.
Heineken.
Yeah, you got the big one.
Of course you did.
It was the only single I could find.
Yeah,
obviously you
that's
can see I
why
didn't get a single.
Yeah.
I didn't either. I couldn't find a big boy like that. So
All right. Macro Monday. Here we
Smell
go.
it from here. Jeez. Yep, that's what it smelled. This is a European pale lager.
And why did they put it in a green bottle?
Ooh,
You'll just have to wait.
That smell hits you, doesn't it? Good gosh.
What's wrong, Benjamin?
I just got a big sniff of what came out of the bottle here and is in this glass.
It's probably the water of White Plains, New York.
Yes. See through.
Oh, wow. There goes that Van Gogh.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's pretty cool.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if this wasn't a beer review show.
Ben's playing tricks on us, huh?
Yeah. He's getting the tap water out of Flint, Michigan here.
Yeah. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Ben's got 5 more of these.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do too.
So
it's great to give out to friends when they come visit, though.
Yeah. Ooh, you're giving out the imports. All right. So this is 5%, 19 IBUs. And this is the flagship beer of the Heineken brewery. Now, you mentioned Amsterdam. Technically, the main brewery, they might have the offices in Amsterdam, I bet, but the brewing is in Zutervoorde, Netherlands. I'm taking a stab at that one.
You knew I wasn't going to say that.
So. Yeah, no. Also known as Holland. It was.
I wonder if that's because it's cheaper to do there, or production costs lower, or
might be a smaller place. Don't know. They didn't go into that. It was founded by Gerard Adrian Heineken. He was born in 1841 in Amsterdam. In 1864, he purchased the brewery De Huisberg, which means the haystack, that it was first established in 1592. So it was around for almost 300 years before Heineken bought it. And so that was in Amsterdam. So then Heineken was first brewed in 1873. He changed the name of the brewery to Heineken. And he actually became the first brewer to introduce a quality control lab. So one of his claims to fame. They won multiple awards through the years. The 1875 gold in Paris, and the Médaille d'Or, that's the one from Paris, and then this other one, Diplôme d'Honneurs. They were so proud of those awards, they still put those awards on their labels. So you can kind of make it out.
Oh, wow.
Right in there. and it says it on there too. It's very faint.
Yeah,
So
it
does
says
that mean
right down here on the label.
Force
Does
by
that-
force
Here on the
member
label.
Drew.
so
Yeah,
does
I
that
can't
mean they
read it.
haven't won any awards since then?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's why they keep the old ones on there. So in 1886, they had a scientist working for him, Dr. Elian. He developed Heineken's very own yeast called Heineken A yeast that they still use this strain of yeast today. And this scientist, he was a student of Louis Pasteur. I thought that was pretty cool.
Interesting.
It's a
Wow.
pretty smart guy there, huh? Going through the years in 1933, the whichever family member of Heineken was running the show at that time heard a rumor about, or got some inside intel about prohibition in the United States coming to an end. So he put a big shipment on a boat to New York, and it reached New York as prohibition was lifted. So it was the first imported beer to the U.S. after prohibition.
Oh,
So I thought that was pretty neat.
that's cool.
Pretty cool.
1950 was when the logo star, the red star that we see today, was introduced. Now, back to the bottles. Heineken was first put in brown bottles. And in 1900, they introduced the green bottle for the international beers. The brown bottle was still used in the Netherlands or Holland until 2013. And that's when they made them all green. The Heineken beer itself is got 40 breweries in 39 countries. The Heineken, the macro label called Heineken NV, which stands for Namotse Vennootschap, means anonymous venture or nameless partnership, pretty much the shareholders. They have over 170 brands. Among them, Tecate, Amstel, Foster's of Europe and Vietnam, but I don't think the Foster's of Australia. And Beer Moretti, but there's so many others. The Heineken beer itself, they say 25 million, I'm guessing glasses or pints or whatever, are served daily across 192 countries.
Wow.
So they didn't give a lot of specifics about the ingredients that go into it, like the hops and lagers, just their yeast. But they say takes 28 days of lagering, and they force carbonate the beer. So,
lots of good tidbits there.
Aroma. Yeah, it's kind of neat for something. I was like, yeah, all right, it's a macro. Let's do this.
Yeah. So, I kind of wonder how it's changed since the late 1800s. I mean, I'm assuming it's changed somewhat, as beers often do, going from a micro to a macro, especially that many, but maybe not.
Well, you can imagine, I guess. What'd you say, Andy? It's got either 39 or 40 breweries where it's brewed
40 breweries
across
in 39 countries. So they're
so
a lot of
just
places.
Think about the differences in the water and the water quality in all those different locations. So if you have a Heineken in one part of the world, it might be different than a Heineken in another part of the world just because of the water.
But they were first to introduce a quality control app, so I think we're probably okay there. No. All right. We've obviously all had a Heineken at some point in our lives. Jay, I want to put you on the spot. What do you think? Go for it first for us, if you will.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
I'd love to, Ben. Thank you for this glorious moment on a Macro Monday. Happy to share this brewery and this beer with you guys. It's always, when you crack the Heineken, to me, you get that immediate skunk smell, and it continues throughout while you drink it. It's not awful to me, It's not something I reach for. If I'm given a choice in in the airport lounge of 3 beers and 2 other macros that I don't care for, I'll pick this one. But that said,
the key there is 2 others you don't care for.
Yeah.
or 2 others that are lower on my list.
Yeah, of course.
There's a lot of those. I mean, a lot of people love some of those macros that they taste like water to me in a lot of ways because of craft beer over the years, the way it's grown. You have flavor and all these great flavors. And some of the others have gone in the opposite direction where they just low cal, no cal, whatever, zero flavor. It's just like drinking water. And why bother at that point? I'll drink a glass of water if I want water. This one has flavor, albeit skunky. To me, yeah, it's probably right there on the order of about a 5.5. So.
All right, I'll go next, Andy. You've done a bit of talking, so I'll let you savor your Heineken for another,
the big bottle.
another moment or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that exactly. The skunky is definitely the biggest feature of the beer, if you will. When you open it up, pour it out, yeah, it smacks you in the face, but more so even than the flavor of the beer. Which, yeah, like Jay says, there's definitely some flavor with this one when you compare it to other macros, especially U.S. macros. So it's okay. It's not great. It's not even good. It's just kind of there. I'm trying to compare it to think back to other macros we've had, and where would I put this one if I was doing a beer lineup of macros and wanted to grab one. I don't know. I don't know. I probably put it somewhere in the middle. It for me, this is we're going to go a little bit lower than you, Jay. It's probably about a 5 for me. If I'm digging around a cooler at a some event and there's a Heineken and there's some of the other macros, I'm not necessarily going to shy away from it, but I am going to definitely look for something else as well. And Heineken may just be the best of the worst. So 5 for me.
I'm glad you gave the word skunky because I couldn't put a descriptor to that smell as soon as I cracked it, and I was like, and there's a reason why I have not had a Heineken in a good bit. And now the first third of this is just hard to take. Now, the more I drink, I think I'm just being subdued. I'm guessing my taste buds are submitting and saying, okay, we give, because there is a big as your Heine bottle to drink. I don't understand, I guess, the concept that it was, Heineken is this swank import. The PR firms really put that in your head because, like, when we were young, the Heineken commercials, it made you think, yeah, you can't get much better than this, because all y'all are drinking
or the magazine
macros.
ads. I don't know if you remember those.
And then they would they would sell the small little kegs at the store that you could get.
Party balls.
Yeah, or party pigs or whatever you call them. And I think we just did not have a good offering of good beer at the time to think that this was fancy beer. I like it, and I'm thinking about other pale lagers, and I mentioned one of their other brands, the Birra Moretti. Their lager is so much better than this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm putting this on the level of, I don't know if you've ever had the Kronenberg, the French lager. Hey, geez, stick to wine and champagne, France. So I don't know. I don't think a beer should be just called decent. The more you drink of it, the more your taste buds just kind of get smooth. So, there was a reason why I haven't had it in a while. 4.5 for me.
Wow. Yeah, this would be the way I look at it. The skunky beer could be the beer of someone like the Widespread Panic Crew or something, you know.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking back, what was that commercial? Was it one of the Budweiser or Bud Light, the "What are you doing?" And they're like, "Hey, what do you got there?" "I've got an import." "Hey, get your hands off my Heine." Those silly commercials that made you think Heineken, and they had the green bottle to make you think they were drinking a Heineken in one of the US macros. I would honestly take some US macros over this. I would take.
no, I
Give me a
agree with
Coors,
you. I mean,
give me a Coors Banquet. I mean, I think I might even take a Budweiser over this.
Coors Banquet, Natural Light that we had, great flavor.
I was thinking
mean,
Natural
yeah.
Light. I was like, I
Yeah.
am more pleased
Yep.
by Natural Light than this.
Yep. So
Grab a honey. All right, here on Macro Monday, that's going to give us a 5 for the Heineken. Grab a honey, maybe, or just maybe pass.
no, ignore the honey.
Yeah,
Or
so
have consent before you grab one.
No,
yeah, that's
Don't.
true. Definitely
Ignore
should
it.
do that.
Run from the honey.
Yeah. So it's been a fun Macro Monday, though. We definitely enjoy going back and reviewing beers that we probably haven't had in a long time because we have become beer snobs. But Heineken is one that you've probably had as well. So let us know what you think about it. If you have, be sure to like, subscribe, cheers, that notification bell, and also check us out on social medias. The links are all below in the description, as well as some other information. You can check it out down there. And come say hey on Discord. We would love to see you on our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. And we can say hey to all of us. I couldn't quite get that out there at the end. I think it's the Heineken kicking in.
Cheers.
For Andy in the attic and Jay, I'm Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
The big beer, Andy.